How might I be of service?
Look! Master, a treasure chest!
They say and yet he draws breath.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his...
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
Aye, got some much appreciated.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as, "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom, for in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
I didn't tell Pop.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master.
I'd heard tell of... So where's he get his coin, then?
Say, have I...
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone, for every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade, and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
We're doing about a dozen things at once.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed.
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
So many choices. Glad I don't have to make them.
A moment too soon, there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone. For every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar it writhed. Till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
There's got to be a way to earn ought to set my nose to the ground.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone. For every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar it writhed. Till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close and your focus apply, to this tale of a giant who touches the sky.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
Awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain. Should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand.
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again.
Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did hail. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkey, which lives on to this day. Lots to know.
What else do you do?
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
I'm not getting in anyone's way.
This looks as good a place as any.
He's busy out today.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I ought to turn in for the night.
Now here's a welcome.
If for up to me, I'd never leave.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own adventure.
Tad Rowdy.
My gods. Oh, the noise grates on me.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own adventure someday.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Tad Rowdy.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no call, am I?
I could use a good peace and quiet.
Puts me in the mood for a song.
This night I love more than a saucy
Eyes aren't what they used to be.
He's busy out today.
Haste makes
I'm the
waste,
spirit
as
of a
they
woman
say.
half my age.
I've been quite fed.
Swapping
Oh,
swords
good
is
to
one of
see
life's
everyone in
great
such
pleasures.
fine spirits. I might nod off for one not careful.
No hurry to leave.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
What should I get?
I know every face here.
Time to pack myself up on the talk around town.
I've been quite fetted today.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
What should I get up to
Tranquil
today?
places such as this are real treasures.
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later,
Oh, sir, if you pray, might I beg my master is in need of ages. Oh, thank you. Might we you will find my master's man.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle, where it possible.
Maybe I'll make myself scarce.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
Seems it's just another way to save your own skin.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Isn't there anything to do round here? Wish 'twere always night. I only had to sleep.
I don't feel safe here.
More soil on me than an unwashed potato.
'Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I know that mass. Crowds make for easy pickings.
No easy feat to
Go
live on a
on,
performance
have
wage.
a look.
Perhaps a stroll from town. See what I can find.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
Interested in my wares?
I'm in fine fettle
I
today.
end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
I'm aching for a fight.
Go on, have a look.
What should I get up to? I pity those content to live in idleness.
Interested in my wares?
Time to be heading home.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Go on, have a look.
A tad rowdy.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
I swear it.
Interested in my wares?
This
Them
is no
nobles do
place to
nothing.
compose
Lots to
myself.
do. Sweetmeats and
Precious
ale.
little time.
Must have taken a wrong turn. Go on, have a look.
Another day, I dare to showcase a performance.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
This job
Interested
better be
in
worth
my
it.
wares?
Bloody early.
fine place to ponder the higher mysteries, this.
Not a care in the world.
Doctor Worth, go on, have a
Time
look.
to be heading home. This is no place to compose my thoughts.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
I end up
All this
interested
hustle and
in
bustle
my
puts me
wares.
right at rest. It wouldn't do to neglect proper nutrition.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Go
Sets my
on,
thoughts
have
down
a
dark
look.
paths, this
Nice
place.
to see everyone out and about.
I've a book I ought to be getting back to.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
Interested in my wares?
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I'll say.
I wish to astound, not merely please.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
Faring so well. Go on, have a look.
I'd sooner be home.
A hard day's work is its own. Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Crowds make for easy pickings.
Interested in my
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts. Was there not?
When the mind is...
Listen up, you lot. Albert, aye. The ale's on me tonight.
Go on, have a look.
A hard day's work is its own.
Interested in my wares?
I always draw the short straw.
Puts me in the mood for a song.
Go on,
I've
have
a
a
book
look.
I ought to be getting back to.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest. Interested in
Crowds
my
make for
wares?
easy
Desire
pickings.
for oblivion.
Not my kind of place, this. Go on, have a look.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
This is my moment. I mustn't falter. Lots to do. Precious little time.
Interested in my wares?
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled.
Only fools walk into peril unprepared. I'm off.
Go on, have a look.
Look at 'em. Bunch of careless fools.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home. Only fools walk into peril unprepared. I'm off.
Interested in my wares?
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
Only fools walk into peril
Go
unprepared.
on,
I'm
have
off.
a look.
A tad rowdy.
I'm aching for a fight.
If I sleep on my woes, Interested in my wares?
My mind of its burdens.
Any loose coin
That's a
about?
strong
Enough to make me rich.
See what I can find.
Go on, have a
Only
look.
fools walk into peril unprepared.
All
I'm
that
off.
fuss, and nary a coin to show for it.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
I end up feeling weary after a day of rest. Interested in my wares?
I'd sooner not associate with drunkards.
I'm aching for a fight.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Go on, have a look.
A fine place.
The things
to
I could
ponder
do
the
with an
higher
ox cart
mysteries,
full of gold.
this. Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Interested in my wares?
All that fuss,
Drink is a
and nary
vice
a
of
coin
less
to
what
show
shall I get
for
up
it.
to today?
Go on, have a look.
Ain't nothing but trouble.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Interested in my wares? No shortage of these.
The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Have a look.
I don't feel safe here. I worked hard today. I think I've earned a rest.
Time to be heading home.
This year's crops aren't faring so
All I've
well.
got left are my aches and pains.
How did I wind up here anyhow?
I don't like it here. Here's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long You see, I grew so fond of and that's when I thought, I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend.
Wait for the new equipment's coming.
I'd be better off a hermit.
How I've longed. You'll not believe the journey.
Our adventure continues.
Off we go then.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
been on my feet all day. I've a pressing duty to which I must attend.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early. Might have disturbed my keep. Barely dragged my ass out of bed.
I'm in fine fettle
Today?
Just a short rest. Then I'll...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here.
I welcome rumors of any sort, my friend.
Always another errand to see to.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
I don't tell. So where did he get his coin?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There are worse things that... Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Shall we get underway?
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I've no time to be social. I've too much to do.
There's no way out of this.
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
its charms.
The chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we?
I've a knack for gathering items.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Aught you need of me?
Not much going.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
Wait to see what the day holds.
My fur stands on end. Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Talk to be said.
Quite the predicament.
I'll teach him a lesson he wants to.
Not much going on.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. Sometimes this is the only place I can find.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would... If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If you may visit us again in a few days' time.
Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Oh, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I should like to speak with an acquaintance. If she is the spitting image of my... It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby grant...
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to...
Young master,
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not... Whenever I am absent, by leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure... Would you be willing to lend your assist? Splendid!
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
I've naught to say to the like.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Living's hard, but dream.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Wish I'd been on an adventure.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Hiya, Riz. I was hoping you'd come by. So, you wanted to ask me a favor this time. So, I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? All right, I'll do it. But if I'm...
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I get the sense I oughtn't be
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I'm a predicament.
Look, young master.
Indeed. Diana, will you dress her and instruct?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her...
All is ready, young master.
I almost forgot. In that go.
The Lanza is not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
I almost forgot.
You know, I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. I almost forgot.
The land is not only poison the plants inflict, but drought...
I'm a predicament.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right.
On the roads, despite the hour.
Much obliged.
Oh, someone do aught about this.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must...
Take care, young man.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about...
We have sufficient evidence to warrant Lady Elena's arrest. Let us apprehend her and set proceedings in motion. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
What am I supposed to do?
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Here at last.
The patients in this room... What are you doing? Unhand me this...
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena, is suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence... Pray have this, sir. It is your...
What business?
Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted.
I quite like it.
We're waiting on that report.
Good to see. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by In short, you've done us all a service.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper
Hold a moment. Did that just happen? My own master and I experienced something very different here.
Unbelievable.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Home at last.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Diana. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found. I only hope Mother will be.
A blue sun.
Oh no, they're rather rare though, and particularly to Melv.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated.
A picture, you say?
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a... Indeed, the mistress has been very generous.
For true?
I think I could arrange that.
Yes. Well,
All this racket. Good gracious, what is...
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the Do be sure to leave the house, and fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone.
what was that all about? Mother seemed.
The air certainly took a fell turn back there. Perchance we stepped on aught we shouldn't have.
This outcome has left me with much to ponder.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
Someone talked about this. See, a friend of mine had an it wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. Well, you needn't decide this very...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Got to try to enjoy life where and when I can.